The participant selects and signs the 7 of spades. The 7 of spades is lost inside the deck of cards. The playing cards are then handed to Susan to be shuffled. The magician reaches to his pocket to retrieve his wallet. He opens his wallet to reveal 1 playing card inside. That playing card is revealed to be the very signed 7 of spades. The magician is actually palming the wallet the whole time underneath the deck. In pretending to lose the playing card inside, he actually inserts it directly into the wallet. He pretends to retrieve the wallet from his pocket and reveals the 7 of spades inside. I am Daniel Madison. This is Card 2 Wallet. Can I call you back in 27 minutes? Alright, thanks Jesus. Susan Sausage selects and signs the 7 of spades. The magician takes the signed 7 of spades and inserts it into the back of the deck of playing cards. As soon as the 7 of spades is lost inside the deck is instantly handed to Susan Sausage. The magician instantly reaches into his back pocket to retrieve his wallet. Very cleanly and very fairly with otherwise empty hands, the magician opens the wallet to reveal 1 playing card inside. Susan is invited to take the wallet. She removes the playing card from the wallet where she discovers her very own signed 7 of spades. Susan is then invited to respond accordingly. I am Daniel Madison and this is Card 2 Wallet. I am Daniel Madison, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Thank for choosing to spend some time with me and Charlie Madison today. Boy, this is a long video. Long video warning. What? I'm not gonna waste too much time in the introduction because I know that this one's gonna be a long video. This is golden. This is golden. My favorite card to wallet routines. Not just 1, not just 2, but 3 invaluable lessons, methods, deceptive methods on how to get a signed playing card to a wallet instantly, invisibly, impossibly. Now because this is a long video, I'm gonna save a few things for the next video after this. First of all, 52,000 subscribers. What the swear word? Thank you so much. I do have a few special things planned to celebrate hitting 50, but I don't want to talk about them in this video because this video is long enough. So join me in the next video and we'll discuss things, especially what I'm going to do when we get to 100,000 subscribers. I've made plans. I can see it coming. It's just around the corner. Charlie, are you ready? So without further ado, get yourself a deck of playing cards. You might want a wallet as well. I'm Daniel Madison and this is Card 2 Wallet. The most important part of this trick, of course, is the wallet. Now, I'm a very simple person, a very minimal person. This is the only wallet I own. The only time I ever use it is when I'm doing one of the tricks I'm going to teach you in this video. The thing that you saw at the beginning, the demonstration that I used kind of comedically to, I guess, perform and showcase a card to wallet idea. That's the most basic one, it's the most ballsy one, but I'm going to teach you a few different ones. Now, I only own this wallet to do tricks with. I carry my credit cards and my money and all that just freely in my pocket. Sometimes I'll put them inside the card tuck box. Otherwise, I don't use a wallet. It takes up too much room in my pocket, so I never really need one. So carrying one around always feels a bit strange for me. My wallet is usually empty even when I'm doing the trick. Now, what I love about this most of all is it's a real wallet. It's not a trick wallet. There are so many trick wallets out there that allow you to achieve card to wallet and they're also very unnecessary. We don't need them. All you need is sleight of hand and a regular wallet. Now, the things that you need, the right wallet that you need. This one is Max and Unicorn from Brooklyn, and I believe they call it a bifold wallet. It's a very simple wallet. One piece of leather kind of folded over and glued over. And I picked this very wallet because it's nice and small, and it's just the right size for a playing card, just the right size. I find that a wallet that is too big, it's almost like an overcompensatory, what's the word? You know what I mean? You've seen those magicians using those massive wallets. You ever seen that trick where they reach inside and they pull a wallet out that's about this big? And it's like a trick device. In fact, all the trick wallets I've seen, they're all way too big. And ideally you want a wallet that can be completely, thoroughly inspected. And trick wallets can't do that, because if people look hard enough, they will find the secret. There's no need. You don't need to use a fake wallet. You can use a real one. Now, I'm going to show you the basic versions first, and then we're going to get into the details of the performance and the sleight of hand. But as you've seen from the video, I tipped this a few videos back, this idea, and the only person that I know to credit for this is Michael Weber. I don't know if it's his, but the idea was taking a signed playing card and pretending to put it into the back of the deck. I don't know what this, can somebody tell me in the comments what this idea is called? I don't know, but I don't like using it. I never like using it because it's so silly. Like, why would you put a playing card in like this? Why would you prove it's going in the middle by making a few stick out at the front? Like, and especially when you see magicians doing this. What are you doing? Stop. So what, you do this a few times to overprove, and then you put it straight into a gambler's cop, so it looks like that card's gone in the middle. Straighten up, take the deck away. Meanwhile, you've copped that little baby out of the deck, so you can take it to your pocket, take it wherever. So from this idea, I love anything risky and anything dangerous with sleight of hand. It improves you as a performer, as a magician of knowing what you can get away with and what you can't get away with. And I had this very simple idea of taking the wallet, folding it backwards so that these two pockets, these two main pockets, are wide open right in your hand. I palm the wallet in my hand. I hide it with the deck like so. I'm holding the wallet right in front of everybody. Even when I say pick a card, I've got the wallet in my hand. You don't need to do that. We'll get into that. The wallet is hidden underneath the deck so you can't see it. It's copped. Copping the wallet. Take the side playing card. Hit the back a few times. You've already seen this in the introduction. You hit the back a few times. 1, 2, and then insert it straight into the wallet. Take the deck. Maybe offer a riffle or a dribble. Put it down. Now you can go instantly on your way down. When you get to the back, you're gonna let the first part of this unfold, so that when you go into your pocket, you're going like this, and then it's now the right way around, so you can pull it out the right way around instantly. Now, when I say instantly, this is when it looks impossible. This is when it looks like a miracle, because you don't want to do this. You don't want to get the card in the wallet and then go, there, look, it's in my wallet. You can't be that fast, but there is something beautiful about the idea of going from here. The card is in the deck. I put the deck down. Look, shuffle the cards. Do what you want with cards. My hands are still here. Now watch. And my wallet's in my pocket. I go back. I drop the first part so it folds open. I come back straight away like this. Now, there has to be realistic. You can't just go. You have to go into your pocket. You actually have to go into your pocket. So you go in, you come back, fingertips. As soon as you come back like this, you want to put that wallet down or give it to Susan, because you're clean, you're free to get out, get the hell out of there. As soon as you take it out, I'm out. Trick's done, trick's over, game over. So from here, once you pull it out, you really want to focus on being like this, on holding it like this. Don't be like this. Look, nothing in my hands. Look, I have nothing in my hand. You don't want to do that. You just want to come back like this and then hand the wallet over. the more you handle that wallet, the more you do with the wallet, the more you're just saying, I just did a trick. I just put it in there, I just put a card in there. You're waving a white flag, you're saying, I'm fooling you. If you come back like this, then it just looks impossible. So the trick is done at that point. The trick's really done. The card's in there, they can do everything. And it's a real wallet. So when you hand it over, they're holding a real wallet. Their card really is in there. Their card. So there's nothing to find. There's nothing to uncover. There's nothing to discover. The trick is done. So that's the most basic version. We'll go over a few. This isn't my go-to version. I won't use this as my go-to. The go-to version that I do, that's the golden one. So the people who are still watching, the people who are still tuned in, a lot of people check out, I think, at this point when they figure out the secret. But the real gold version is coming up after this. I just want to cover a few more bits first about this wallet. Now, I would never put the card in here. It would never go in the top because that's too easy. It is way too easy to achieve, and more importantly, way too easy for Susan to figure out. Way too easy. Whereas when a card is inside a folded wallet where there are no other ways in or out of that compartment of the wallet, then there's no kind of backtracking. There's no, oh yeah, but he could have just slipped it in his pocket really quick, which you can do if it's on top. I kind of lose respect and appreciation when I see a magician with the card just in here. It's too easy, it's not too easy to achieve, I guess, more too easy to figure out from Susan's point of view. So with the deck, with the wallet in this position, everything's kind of clean and everything's kind of undiscoverable and difficult to work out. Now, you don't have to take that wallet to your pocket. Here's a real beautiful thing about this, because it's in your hand, you have the freedom to kind of manipulate it, put it anywhere you want, and then you've got to kind of base it on the situation, on the performance itself, where you are, who you're performing to, what's around you. The hundreds of times that I've performed this, some of the best versions are where this will appear to be a lost wallet or somebody else's wallet. And what I mean by that is, let's do it from the ground up. So here, in fact, the ground up means from the ground up. So I have the playing cards, freely take any playing card. They freely take any playing card while they're signing it. The wallet is already ready, unfolded, in position in my back pocket. While they're signing that the selected playing card, I simply relax, my hands go down by my side, I get the wallet in a cup, I come back, it's already under the deck. Doesn't really take much explaining other than a few notes for me to say, you don't want it to look like you're doing something. I've said this in previous videos, you don't want it to look like you're trying to hide something. If somebody sees you taking that wallet out of your pocket, so what? It's your wallet. They don't know what's happening yet. All they know is somebody signing a playing card. No one's going to see you doing it because you're a good performer. You have good performance, you have good crowd management skills. So no one's going to see it because your timing is on point. They're signing the playing cards. Nothing's happened yet. Nothing to see here because the object of deception is in the what do you call Susan? Is in the participant's hands. Nothing to see. So very relaxed. Come down, get the wallet, come back up, and I'm good to go. The setup for this doesn't really need as much explanation as I'm giving. So I'm going to stop right there. So the card is here, the wallet is here, the deck's here, the card has been signed, I take it back. Look, I'm going to lose your playing card in the middle of the deck. As I'm putting this card in the middle, I'm not looking at the deck because I don't need to look at the deck at that point. If I'm looking at the deck, I'm forcing everybody around me to look at the deck too, subconsciously. If I'm like this, then everybody's looking at that point. I want Susan to be looking at me because this is a non-moment. It's not really a non-moment because it's quite an important moment, in fact, because you're losing the card in the middle of the deck. That being said, it's not a big moment, it's not a massive moment losing the card in the deck, because nothing's happened yet. And I'm not saying what's gonna happen, I'm not giving anything up, I'm not giving anybody a reason to want to eyeball this deck. So if I'm eyeballing this deck, so is everybody else. So I take the card. Look, I'm going to lose your card in the middle of the deck. What's going to happen is, so my body language is away from the playing cards, and this allows me to do a few things. It allows me to force people to look away from the deck, and it allows me to look like it's not important what's happening here, because from their point of view, it shouldn't be important. All I'm doing is losing the playing card in the deck. So my head up, my body language like this, there's nothing happening, because if there was something happening, I'd be on it. You know, I'd be in that on it mode. I'd be in, all right, I'm gonna fool you now, watch carefully, I'm gonna fool you, you know. There's nothing happening. So I'm here, I'm forcing everybody to look up now, and if they don't look up, then you take your time, and also you want to get all of your tricks, all of your devilry and sleight of hand to a point where people can be eyeballing it. You don't want to get out of jail. You don't want to only be able to do tricks and deceptions when people aren't looking. You don't want to be at that point, so it shouldn't worry you either way. But me looking up and me having this body language, the second thing it does, I know exactly where everybody's looking. I can see where they're looking. I can see if they're looking here or if they're looking here. I want them to look here, obviously, because I don't want them to see what I'm doing. and this is something that you can only pick up from hundreds and hundreds of performances. So you can't judge it before you've done it. You can't respond to a threat. You can only respond to what's happening. So in the situation, you just have to judge it for yourself. I mean, there'll be so many times where you could literally just, I hate the word literally, you could actually just do this. Look, I'm going to lose your card in that deck, okay? You know, you can get away with it. But you have to be, it's very situational, you have to be there. So I'm doing this, I put it in the middle, I'm going to put your card in the middle, and at the moment where I'm putting it into the wallet, I do want to tilt up a little bit, because there's this big black thing hanging out, right? So I want to tilt it up a little bit this way. This forces, this changes the perception of what's going on in it, and it also changes or deceives the depth perception, because for me to put this card straight into the back of the wallet, I have to come back to an unnatural point. The natural point is obviously here, because it goes in the deck. It's very unnatural for me to have to come back this far to put the card in the middle of the deck. So if I tilt the deck like this to you, then you can't really tell how far back it's going. And also this happens this also happens in such a quick moment. And again, no rushing. I don't need to rush. Not Russian. I am actually Russian. Where was I? I stood on the light, I burnt my foot, and now I'm talking about a Russian man. I don't know. So the perception, and it's only for a moment. You don't want a gooseneck, because then you're going to show this. Gooseneck, is that necktie? I can't remember. I'm losing my sense of life. So at this point, the card goes in the back. I'm here. Once it's in the middle, once I'm confident that it's gone into the wallet, and they think it's in the middle, I want to convince them a little bit more that it's in the middle, so I simply dribble the cards. This does a few things. It makes it look like I've got no control over the playing cards whatsoever, just from dribbling. What? Yeah, in fact it does. If you just do this, it looks like you couldn't possibly have control from a participant, from an audience point of view. It looks like this is chaos now to an audience, which is strange, but it's useful information for you. So I do this. This also makes it look like there's nothing else in my hand other than a deck of playing cards. Not that I need to convince people that I've just got a deck of playing cards in my hand, because obviously I've just got a deck of playing cards in my hand. What kind of crazy person would be holding a wallet underneath a deck of playing cards? So as soon as I've dribbled, I want to look back up for a moment. I want to separate my hands. I want it to look like there's not much control over this hand, so everything's really relaxed. Separate for a moment. Please take the playing cards, hold on to the playing cards, and in that moment where you hand it over, is a very natural moment Now, for people who are used to the gambler's cop, you don't do this. There's no rushing. You want to leave this hand there not as long as possible, but you want to leave it there. You want to practice that uncomfortability of holding something dirty in your hand right in front of people without them knowing. The more you practice that, the more natural it becomes, and more you kind of want to be in those situations to master your craft and become an expert at these kind of deceptive ideas. So from here, I'm going to take the deck and say, listen, I want you to take the playing cards and give them a shuffle. So I take the deck, and it goes from here to here. It's a very fluid motion of very fluid behavior. The body language is kind of careless. I just want the playing card to be shuffled into the deck, so please take the cards and shuffle them. They take the cards. If I put them on a table, this allows me to do something else as well. Put the playing cards down. I'm now deciding how far away people are going to look from the dirty hand, because if I go from here to here, then this area is about this big. If I stand back and I go from here to here, the area is now this big, so the distance between the deck and the deception is greater, which means there's less chance of people looking over here and seeing this. That being said, the reason I want to put it down, the reason I like putting it down rather than in somebody's hand, is I can do this. I put it down, and now with both hands I point. With the dirty hand I can point convincingly and hide that wallet. I know I can do it just from practice, and just from practices in the mirror, practicing on people who it's not going to matter if you mess up. And that includes real world people you don't know. The amount of times I've messed up and failed that I'm thankful for, grateful for, which you should be too. Don't be afraid of failing. You learn more. You learn more about a chess player when you purposefully fail in the game. I said that wrong, but it meant the same thing. So from here to here, I've got all the time in the world now, especially when they're shuffling, because back to the beginning, the point I made at the beginning, they're focused on this. Their signed card is in here. They have hold of everything, and I'm free. I can say, even with the wallet in my hand, I can say, listen, I have a wallet in my pocket. I'm going to get it. They're not going to look at my hands and go, hold on, show me your hands. They're not going to do that, because you've just been handling a deck of playing cards, for Christ's sake. And no one's going to look at your hands. Why would you be holding a wallet? How could you be holding a wallet? So I like to say that first, like the point of the deck, shuffle the cards for me. Look, I have a wallet in my pocket. Now I can do a cleanup. Come back with the wallet, fingertips. Look, you shuffle the playing card into the deck. The wallet, straight from my pocket, open it up. I'm not going to touch anything. Trick. Done. Now, with all that being said and everything that's gone on, I want to move on to the golden card to pocket, my personal favorite. But not only for the technique, but for the performance of it, and for the execution of how you deliver and how you completely mess with somebody's perception of time, creating this impossible moment where a card goes instantly from one place to a wallet. In fact, before I get to that, I missed the point. There was I don't need to reveal this in my pocket. This is the point that I was getting to. The times I've done this, once the card is in the wallet and it's in my hand, I don't need to go in my pocket. Some of the best moments ever have been, once it's in there, once I'm free and I've given the deck up, I will put this in somebody else's pocket. Or a lot of times I will fling this wallet across the room, under the table, that way, this way, somewhere else. I will fling it. Obviously they can't see it. They can't see that happen, so you do it with good timing. I think I've told the story before where I got somebody's phone and I was working a gig, and I did this move where the phone shoots up your sleeve. So I made it vanish, and it missed my sleeve and it shot across the room, and I heard it bouncing on the floor. These guys didn't hear it, so and I'm like, oh no. And I look behind and it's all the way over under the table, so I thought, it's gone. And they were like, wow, where is it? And I'm like, your phone reappears all the way across the room under the table, and they were completely amazed. And he picks it up and he goes, whoa, he even managed to turn it off. And he looked closer and he's like, and he managed to scratch it a little bit. But the magic of it took away from, distracted from damage and the real method. They were so amazed that happened. So a wallet, if they're looking, or if they're in the right direction and the timing's right and you have a gap, you have an opening, I will fling that wallet across the room, and the moment that it lands I'm joking, don't do that. The moment it lands, like, it depends on your environment, but when it lands you can say, look, has somebody dropped a wallet, has somebody lost a wallet, is the ID in there, all this jazz, and then they open it and find the card. It's a real miracle, it really is. I'm talking too much. We're gonna get onto the golden method, so let's change the camera angle. So we don't need the deck for this. All I need is the 7 of spades. I'm also gonna need a wallet. I don't want to use anybody else's wallet. I'll just use my own wallet. So I'm gonna take the signed 7. How do I get the signed 7 of spades into the wallet without you seeing? How do I do it? It's actually a trick question. The trick has already been done. The 7 is no longer there. You invite Susan to open up the wallet. She does. She finds the very signed 7 of spades. Now, I'm at a bad angle on purpose. I want you to see everything. This is one of a few variations I love to achieve. And of course, I'm holding 2 playing cards. 7 of spades with a card behind it. So I say, look, 7 of spades. We're going to use the 7 of spades. I cop it away. This is the ace. And a wallet. I go back to get my wallet. As I go back to get it, I load the 7 of spades inside. I'm going to move the table. Hopefully you can see exactly what this looks like. So the 7 goes into my, the wallet goes into my pocket like so. Opened, turned inside out, and one of those sides goes in. So I've got a whole wallet hanging out. Now notice this acts as a huge pocket. The wallet itself acts as a pocket. So that's how I'm set up from the beginning. So 7 ace, 7 ace. So look, we're going to use the 7 of spades, and I'm going to use my wallet. Now this is how I load it. Hopefully you can see this on film. This is how I load it. I have the 7 here. I come back. I simply rush it into the wallet. It's hard to show on film. Into the open wallet as messily as I can. I then pull it straight up, fold, bring it round. It's a very, very messy process. There's no grace about this. This is just ram it in there as quickly as you can. Now, that's what she said. This does take a lot of time, a lot of practice to get right. The amount of times I've messed this up or taken too long because the card goes in the wrong place and you mess up. I've got to a point where I go from a gambler's cup to round here to just holding it basically like this and feeding it in, feeling with my fingers. And as soon as it's in, I pull this out, and it's a very rushed process. But from the front, when you see me from the front, it just looks like I'm going into my pocket to get my wallet out. Now, just imagine this. In fact, practice this along with me. So the wallet is in your pocket, hanging out. The wallet is prepared. 2 playing cards. Now, your timing in this is vital. You need to be on point with your timing. So 7 ace. Look, we're going to use the 7 of spades, and I'm going to use my wallet too. I don't want to use anybody else's wallet. That took way too long. It felt like it took way too long, and I was stumbling with my words. Usually goes faster than that. This is why it's going to take so much practice. And also looking at the monitor, I won't excuse this, but still, in that time, even though I took what felt to me like too long, their playing card's still here. I'm still within a good time frame for this to be believed to be their playing card. From here, I'm already clean, I'm good. The 7's here, they believe it's here. So it's one of those beautiful moments where it looks like people are still waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for the moment, they're waiting to catch you out at this point. they don't know that you're already one step ahead. You're already clean, you're already done. So at this point, you can do one of so many different things with this playing card. There's a thing that I really like to do a lot where you palm the card, where you pick it up in your hand like this, and then you can make it vanish. So you can make it vanish over the top of the wallet. It's just a gambler's cop idea. The idea of just saying, how do I get this 7 into the wallet without you seeing? Well, I already fooled you. This isn't the 7. And that, the most basic minimal version, is probably the best. Or you could put the 7 on top of the deck. You do all kinds of things. What do they call that thing? What do they call this where you do this? Tenant vanish, I think. It's up to you really. I mean, there's so many different ideas. The fact is, you're clean right from the start. So being very conscious of time, we're going to change that angle one more time, and I'm going to show you something that I've been desperate to show people for so long. If anybody knows Repocket, a very similar idea with the wallet. Check it out. I feel like kind of apologizing a little bit for my reluctance to maybe teach the golden version of this. I know, Charlie, in such great detail. I'm so protective over this idea, the card to wallet idea, that I think that's why I skipped the teaching of it slightly, and I feel bad about that. So giving up the Repocket idea, I think, hopefully kind of compensates in some way. Let me get in focus. Hopefully you're gonna love this idea. The wallet. You want to have a random playing card already in place in the wallet. Now, reverse engineer this and imagine the way that you're going to palm that 7 of spades to the wallet, and how you're going to feed it into the wallet. So start with the wallet in your pocket. The 7's here. It's going to be copped. You're going to go into your pocket like so. This one is difficult, but the stranger card is going to help you. So you're going to put the stranger card inside like this, in the feeding pocket like this. For me, I use Ace of Hearts. So this is going to be on the outside. So I feed one half of the wallet into my pocket. The Ace of Hearts is on the outside. This is going to help you drastically when you're feeding the same playing card into the wallet. So do the whole setup first. You're going to get rid of that playing card. So 2 playing cards held as 1, 7 of spades. We're going to use 1 playing card. We're going to use a signed playing card in my wallet. So I steal the 7 of spades. I come to my pocket, and the Ace helps me guide the 7 in, because the 7 touches the face of the Ace and it simply slides into my wallet. So easy. It makes the whole process so easy and so quick. No fumbling, no messing around. It just hits the card and slides in. All that's left to do, make sure they're both pushed in, pull the wallet back like so, closed. At this point, you're going to be squeezing the wallet to make sure that both those cards are lined up. Now, one discrepancy with this, you have to be the one to reveal the playing card. So this is where the battle of your mind is going to come into play, because you lose such a beautiful moment where Susan can handle everything. She can take the wallet herself and she can do everything. So you're going to lose that because you're the one handling everything. However, this sacrifice does bring along with it something incredible. There are 2 playing cards in here. I bring the wallet out like this, so very fairly. Open it up so very fairly. There's 1 playing card inside. I take it out so very fairly because they're facing outwards. You see that 7 right from the start. You see it like this. There are 2 options now. I'm holding 2 playing cards. I can keep the wallet in play, show the 7, steal the 7 off again as I hold this playing card, go straight into the move again, into the trick again. I take the wallet and I say, look, I'm going to put the wallet back in my pocket. As you're talking, you're going to be feeding the playing card back inside. This isn't a recommended version, but it is very clean. You feed it back inside, the wallet goes straight back into your pocket. Completely clean. This time you can pull the wallet out fairly and allow Susan to do everything. So you've kind of made up for it. The idea that I love about this more than anything, on that first time when you bring the wallet round, Susan can't handle anything. Unfortunate, we're going to make up for it. I pull the wallet out, unfold, reveal the seven of spades. There are two playing cards here. Reveal the seven of spades. As soon as she's satisfied, as soon as everybody's satisfied that the seven of spades was in the wallet, one card, her signed playing card, your language, the way you're going to explain this, is going to cover everything. You need to think about the way you script and think about the way you're going to deliver this, because now you're going to show this one playing card. You're going to say, look, your card went from the deck into my wallet, right? Did anybody see how it was done? Does anybody have any ideas how it was done? As I'm talking, I take the playing card out, the seven of spades, put the wallet down or in my pocket. I don't have the seven of spades, I have the ace of hearts. This leaves me in such a beautiful position. I can leave the wallet on the table, go straight into a move. You didn't see how I did it? Look, I'll do it again, watch. This time much faster. Poof, gone. Lap this, get rid of it. Get rid of it however you want. Instantly the card has gone back into the wallet. This time, it really is impossible, especially when they've checked. They've just seen that playing card come out of the wallet in your hand, and it's instantly in the wallet yet again. And it's a real wallet, it's not a fake wallet, it's a real card, it's signed by Susan. This is a miracle, an absolute miracle, and the only way I think you can appreciate how much of a miracle that idea is by going out and performing it now. I call it Read Pocket. I refer to it as Read Pocket. I published this 2005, I believe, the first time, where a very simple idea where I would do a card to pocket, which I'm going to teach on this channel a few different card to pocket ideas, but I would do a card to pocket where I would show somebody, I would expose the method. I would say, look, I'm going to show you how I got it to my pocket. It's not rocket science. I hid it in my palm, I went to my pocket, and then all I had to do was reveal it. I'll show you it again, but I'll do it so much faster. This time I come back with an ace. They think this is still that card. I'll show you again, but I'll do it so much faster. Watch. Poof. It's in my pocket. It looks impossible. Now, I don't believe the idea is mine. The idea that I published was the idea of I used to be a pickpocket, so the skill of being able to load things onto people and take things from people kind of came naturally to me. And having a signed playing card disappear from a deck and appear in your participant's pocket is an actual miracle. Taking that one step further and revealing it to them, showing them how you do it, showing them how you achieve that, but then turn it into a trick. It doesn't get more magical than that. So the way that I would do that, I would do it for real, get the card on them. Shirt, breast, pocket would be the best and the easiest access. I would then go on to explain it to them, and I would hide the ace of hearts. I would hide a playing card behind the signed seven of spades. It was palming. You know, I palmed the card. I got a little bit too close to you. Standing on a light again, no good for my feet. I got a little bit too close to you, and when I pat you on the chest, I actually load the card into your pocket. So while you're patting them on the chest and you're exposing it to them, just show them. Just say, look, I pat you on the pocket and I put them in your pocket. I put the card in your pocket. Sorry. So once you've done it, they go, oh man, that's brilliant. What a fantastic idea. As they kind of responded to it, you pull out the other card, the ace of hearts, leaving the signed playing card in their pocket, right? Because they see you take the seven of spades out of their pocket. They don't see the face of it, but they see the playing card. Now you can buy yourself a huge amount of time by saying, look, I'll show you something else. Look, forget your card for now, I'll show you something else. And as you're showing them another trick, you say, by the way, did you feel me touch your chest again? And they'd be like, no, look in your pocket. And the miracle of that is just, you have to kind of perform it and experience it to understand and really appreciate it. I mean, you could do the same thing again. Once you leave that seven of spades in their pocket, you come out with the ace of hearts. You could do that thing again where you say, look, I'll do it again. This time I'll make it more impossible. I'll stand back here. And then you make it vanish and it's in the pocket. I'm not a huge fan of that idea because it seems too magical. I'd like them to think this all method. I'd like them to think that. Because if I take it out of their pocket, it's still in there, the 7. I use the as far as if I take the 7 and then do this and make it vanish, all I'm doing is kind of exposing myself as a fraud. I'm saying, oh, it's magic, it's real magic, and they're going, yeah, but is it though? Because that's impossible. That actually can't happen. Whereas if you buy yourself some time and make them believe that at some point you went back to their pocket, and they have to think, did he really? Well, yeah, he must have done, because it's in there. That's when it becomes something special, I believe. And this is a very long video, so thanks for watching and thanks for spending some time with me. I will try and make my future videos shorter than this. Let's go to the outro. So that was Card 2 Wallet. Like I said in the introduction, I consider this trick and the methods that I've taught you in this video golden trickery, golden sleight of hand. And I don't want to talk about it too much in this video, but everything that I'm preaching and everything that I'm teaching, everything that I'm guiding, that's right, Charlie, everything that I'm giving on this channel, when we get to 100,000, it's time to put my money where my mouth is. As soon as we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to show you everything that I'm teaching you in performance, live on the streets, live with real people. Right now I want to keep my focus on teaching. I'm a teacher, but when we get to 100,000, we're going to go out there, we're going to see some live performances from Daddy Maddy. What? Did I really just call myself Daddy Maddy, Charlie? Do you know what? I've had some time off as well, and there's so many things I want to update you with, but I'm very conscious of how long this video is, so I'm going to save it all for next time. Right now, all I've got to say is thanks, and funk. I'm Daniel Madison, this was Card 2 Wallet. See you next time.
Daniel! Oh God! Oh, Daniel! I need your help. Oh, I've had an accident with a frozen sausage. Oh.